G'day mates and welcome back to Aldrin's Space Program Manager. Now we're on Buzzhard mode here, we're doing the GSA campaign and we're about to take our first big risk of the campaign. We've got 7 turns remaining, which should be enough at least. What we need to do is we need to launch. What do we need to launch? Let's have a quick look at our programs here. We need to launch the X-15. We need 1, 2, 3 launches there. Okay, and we should have our people are trained enough, hopefully, to manage that and survive it. I think it's pretty average, but we'll see what happens there. What I also need to do is Sputnik. We need to launch 1 Sputnik. Now, we're still working on that. The rocket is lagging behind a bit. The actual Sputnik probe itself has just crossed 80%, which is what the game thinks is a threshold where it stops warning you about low percentage. So we're getting there. 80% is decent, but the rocket leaves something to be desired. It's currently at 70%, 71% effectively. So we're struggling on that. What I'm thinking about here, we've got where was it over here? Crewed spacecraft. I'm actually going to leave them on 1 more turn because they'll push up 3.6%, and that will actually kick into effect, I think, before the next turn starts and we launch. So let's manage our programs and let's launch this flight test now. We're going to schedule the mission. It's below 80%, which is, yes, the warning, but we're going to have to risk it. We really have no choice in the matter. You're our propulsion dude, you're our trajectory dude, you're our spaceplane systems dude. Why is he on? Oh, because we retrained him. Ah, there, spacecraft systems dude. And our flight director is Michael Davis. There we go, just over 60%, which is what we required from him. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. This is systems. Haha, it's this chick. Mission operations. No, I trained her in the wrong thing. No, it had to be crew and payloads. I always mix these two up. I don't know why. So I was training her in the wrong thing. Thankfully, though, she was still relatively skilled in it. This could be a bit of a problem. Either way, confirm our assignments. We've got our pilot. I don't know why it says 1 out of 2 here, but whatever. We're going to put him in. He is the best guy. Leadership is required in every single area. Piloting, though, is more important later on. I wonder if it means we should put the pilot... Oh no, he's got the better piloting anyway. It's shit piloting, but it is better than the other guy. So it's going to be quite an expensive mission. We're going to launch this one off and hope for the best. You, my friend, are going to... I may as well train you 1 more time we'll do systems, because I think I'll need that for the other mission. You I can't train because I'll need you next turn to do the second mission, which is probably going to be more challenging considering it's a more difficult thing, and I need to get the level up on this engine. So we'll end the turn, probably throwing a whole bunch of different words around. My mind is all over the place at the moment, thinking of things. I'm not quite completing my thoughts. But these are ticking up quite nicely. Do wish they were going a bit faster. These guys here, they've crossed that 80% threshold. Hopefully this takes effect, because we're going to need the level up here with an 81% chance of success, and a failure here would set us right back. So we're going to launch it and monitor from mission control. And I'll go silent while we listen to the beautiful music in the background. Well, there we go. The craft and the crew performed admirably. That went perfectly. There was not a single negative pop-up. There was, you could see a little flashing up there for the booster briefly. That means there's an error, but it means that one of the staff is trying to correct it. And because there was no pop-up, it means they did manage to correct it in time. That is why training is so important. So the actual craft has upgraded slightly. We've seen how it performs, and we know how to tinker with it slightly and make it better. And let's have a quick look at these 2 guys leveled up somewhat, and our pilot now has better overall leadership. I don't know if anything else increases as well, but it looks like just leadership in this case. Okay, we've done that 1. We still have a whole lot more to do though. That is effectively going to mean using this guy now resting for a season. They're going to use our crappier dude here, considerably crappier, although his fitness is better, which is the only thing he's got going for him. And we're going to now X15 him, this time into an altitude record. Not much. Assemble this one up, and we're going to send in booster, trajectory. Yeah, she got a bit of a boost, which is good. She was on 58 before, I think. And then you... Yeah, you've gone up as well, so all of your skills level up in Flight Director. That's great to know. So he's gone up by 0.6%, which is not too shabby. This guy now, the pilot, it's going to be a tough choice here, but please, mate, do your best. Do your best, don't die. Mainly because of my prestige, but also because you're expensive, and I suppose you're alive as well. It'd be kind of shitty if you died. What we need to do now, I think, is remove people from this here. And focus on space probes, you got good rocket skill. Now the reason you might ask, or might be confused why I remove people, it's because sometimes they might have a higher skill, and having them, this first position contributes the most to your R&D, and so having the most skilled person there. This one then contributes, I don't know, say half as much, and half as much again, kind of thing, or something like that. They contribute a lesser amount as you go on. So having the most skilled person in the lead position is very, very important to the overall improvement. Now it's only going to go up by 1.1%. He's not making very much difference at all, so I'm thinking I will actually leave 3 people there, because that's such a minor difference, and instead, let's go back into here. Your rocket skill is not that good, your rocket skill is terrible. Yeah, I think these bottom 2 people I will, because they've got at least a passable level of rocket skill, so I manage our rocket programs. You're actually better. So you're our best rockets, then we've got 2, and then 2.2% you are making virtually nothing. It might even be worthwhile training this guy. Nope, I don't want to do that. It might even be worthwhile training this guy in something else, like for example, human rated rockets. It might be worthwhile training him in for the time being. So I think I will do that actually. I'm going to train you in, or do I want to make him a really good crewed spacecraft man? No, I need a human rated rockets person. I'm going to give you a single training course, and we'll just hope that the other guys can do it in time. Alrighty then, let's continue on. We're going to head on to the next thing and launch our next mission. Have I not assembled this yet? Confirm. There we go. Now I've paid it and it's been assembled. Okay, end season and off we go. You've gone up marginally, you've gone up a tad bit more, but I think we're going to have to be just testing you and just risking it as we go. This one here, flight record, experimental altitude record, is going to be somewhat difficult. I'm going to speed this one up again, so enjoy it, people. Okay, big sigh of relief there. We did that. That was very stressful for me because it was a terrible pilot doing some big stuff. But hypersonic research at the edge of space done. 2.5% upgrade on the vehicle again, which will come in very handy, as well as our trajectory and boost to people upgrading some more. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe is that a total upgrade? Well, this person got an upgrade there. It changes around. Yeah, I got no idea how to read this. It's not that for each step though, because otherwise they'd be at like 100% after a few missions. Either way, this guy got an upgrade somewhere. Who knows? It's done though. We've done well on it for ourselves. Very, very well for ourselves. Mauricio Sanjuro is now back. We've completed this one here. Hypersonic research at the edge of space, level 1. That's an extra 300 on top of what we already had. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, who did we lose? Who did we lose? Not this guy. Not you, not you. We lost our propulsion guy. Fuck me. Inability to do his job, my ass. That was spectacular. We may have lost this game because of that. I don't think... I mean, you're the best we've got left. You are actually a very good all-rounder. You're cheap. You're good. You're very good. Luck. Bad luck. Okay. It frustrates me because that may well be a restart. We've done very well. We've come through a lot, and we can't launch this turn. Or can we? Can we? Can we? I think we can anyway. I'm going to risk it. We're going to launch this experimental flight record. We're going to schedule the mission. Oh, because we're training that other guy. If I remove you from training... Okay, now I can launch it. Okay, let's go here. We're going to launch this mission. We really have no choice in the matter. Come back for you. Flight director, you go there. Space plane systems is you. Trajectory is you. Which leaves our booster guy at 54%, which is thoroughly average. We've got two people here who are pretty average. Flight director is difficult to get up very high because it's an average of all the things, but these two guys are very much mid-range. We've got our better pilot, our best pilot of the two. Neither of them particularly good, but he's decent, I guess, for early in the game. And that has to go. Really got no choice in the matter. What's your assessment here, Buzz? I believe it's safe to launch this mission. 87.8%. That's the only saving grace we've got here, is that the actual craft itself is very good. 5 turns remaining. This is going to be very tight. Okay, let's end this one here and just hope for the best. You are pretty much as high as you can go. I think I'm going to actually cut you off that now and start developing on something else. You're also not going to get much better. Okay, let's launch this mission. This is going to effectively make or break a lot of things. I mean, every mission pretty much is a make or break, but this one is subpar. Let's see what we can do. Yes, we did it. We've done it. That was tight. That was very, very tight. Okay, that 1,300 points now is effectively putting us in... Yep, done. Okay, we are looking very, very nice. What we need to do now is get something up into space. You've upgraded your booster quite nicely, and you've upgraded your skills as well. Goals achieved, we've hired that flight controller, successful mission, etc, etc. So this guy now is going to be in training for another turn or two, which is somewhat difficult, but I think 4 turns remaining. I think what we can do is I don't need to do anything else up in space, so we can shut down the experimental X-15. So shut you down, that'll save us a little bit of money per turn. What we are going to do now is open up a new program. Nope, wrong button. We're going to open up a new program, and we're going to do an Earth orbiting satellite. And you can see here we have the booster to already launch the Sputnik 1. Explorer 1 can be done, the Frogotolith and the Sputnik 2. And that is the big difference that using the Thor Able compared to the Sputnik booster. The Thor Able cannot lift these two here. Just does not have the ability. They're too heavy. So we could do ourselves a Frog Otolith, orbiting Frog Otolith. How difficult is this one going to be? I don't want to open it just yet. It's hard to get information about things, so let's have a look. Something satellite, radio signals from LEO, Frog Otolith, and study on amphibians. This one is satellite, radio signals, Sputnik 2, magnetic field, and living organisms. I think it's worthwhile doing both of these. And we're probably going to start with the Sputnik 2 because this will it will inherit a lot of reliability from the Sputnik 1 because we've already developed that one up. So I will open this program for a fair bit each season. And we'll use the Sputnik booster that we're already developing. But I need to R&D the mission components. Nope, wrong one. I need to first take these 3 guys off here. So you're finished with Sputnik probe. What you are going to do is go on here and start boosting this one up somewhat. We're already at 23%. The reliability factor difficulty factor is an extra 50% higher. It's going to be a little bit more difficult, but we should be able to continue to just build it up. You're 15%, yeah, so he's adding quite a bit on early on. What I was considering was just dropping him off and training him and then cycling through, but I really can't afford to do the training at the moment. And now we're down to 355 per turn, and of course every time we're training someone that's an additional 100 I think it costs us. So for example we're now going to train your piloting up. It's going to cost us 100, but we'll start that now. There's another bit of money gone, so really realistically we're only making 255 profit for the season. I think we're now going to launch. We'll launch the Sputnik 1 and we'll see how it goes. We don't really have the time to do the extended mission because if something goes wrong I need to fire up the regular mission a second time. Yeah, 200 we're going to lose if we fail, but we can gain 400 if we win, and that will be sufficient, hopefully. Still missing our booster guy, I'm pissed off about that. Wait, what? Flight director, that's you. Okay. You're going to be our booster dude then, and you're going to be our spacecraft systems. Okay, either way, let's see how we go. You can actually train for a bit more. I'm going to train you in, let's go crew and payloads. Let's get both of those skills up high for the time being, because you need to fill them in. Let's assemble this mission, confirm assignments, 2,300 deducted. That's very expensive, we can only run that a few more times. Either way, what's our time on this episode? 19 minutes. We are going to look at this one next episode. So I've been Blxz, guys. This is Buzz Aldrin's Space Program Manager on Buzzhard difficulty with the GSA campaign. If you are indeed enjoying this kind of content, smash that thumbs up button. Let me know that you do like this kind of stuff. This is my 3rd season on this one now, so some of you may be getting a bit over it. Some of you may just love more and more. Either way, guys, I will see you next time.